Hey, lady, I do landscaping. Can I come home and do landscaping with you?
Oh, wow.
Got a backyard? You need some landscaping done?
No, I'm good.
Professional landscaper Ahmed Hassan is tracking down shoppers for the perfect backyard project.
You win the opportunity, the privilege, of taking me home with you.
That can be good.
It's huge. He's offering up a free landscape makeover, and whoever has the guts to take him home is gonna luck out with a first-class backyard, complete with white column pergolas, a stone seat wall, and one serene moss rock waterfall.
Is my wife gonna like that?
Hey, you got a backyard? Professional landscaper Ahmed Hassan stakes out home improvement stores looking for do-it-yourselfers who need an extra hand from a pro.
No way.
What they don't know is he's going to transform their simple project into a total backyard makeover.
Wow.
It's like winning the landscape lottery.
Come on. So get ready to get crashed. Can I talk with you about landscaping for a minute?
Are you? No, I'm in a hurry.
Want me to go home with you?
No.
No?
No. I gotta be in a wedding in 2 hours.
My name's Ahmed. I'm a landscaper.
I'm a beer drinker.
They're still gonna get married whether you're there or not, right?
No, bro. Sorry, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on. How about just a small embrace? Just a little one. What's the word?
What should I do? Sign a paper or something for all this? For this? Yeah, not yet.
That's it?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Spencer.
Spencer. My name's Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Spell your name backwards real quick.
Oh, good luck, man. I already had a beer today.
So what's your yard look like at home, man?
It sucks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Front yard sucks, backyard
No, the
sucks?
front yard's cool. The backyard's what I'm working on right now. I just busted a pipe out, so.
What'd you do?
I really don't know. That's a great question.
Tell me about your backyard.
My backyard. We're tearing out, which I was gonna come in here and price check some of the big stones, like the.
I didn't ask you what you were doing. I said, tell me about your backyard.
Holy mackerel! Is this
So-
guy always like this? Yeah. He's on the ball
All the
here,
time.
huh? Man.
All the time. You're good, though, because you're hanging with me the whole time.
Oh,
I
really?
noticed. Yeah, you
Thanks.
haven't missed a beat. I'm trying to go home with you
Oh, all right, yeah.
because I'm trying to give you some help.
I enjoy that. Thanks.
Why don't you finish getting whatever you came in here to get? I'll meet you in front of the store and we just go home and check out the yard.
All right, man. Thank you. I don't even know the guy, and he's already telling me I have a bad backyard.
I think you should introduce me to her before I just go in the backyard. What's her name?
Mindy.
Mindy, that's right, Mindy. Are you decent?
Yeah.
Hi there. He hung with me verbally long enough for me to invite myself home with you guys to look at your backyard.
Awesome.
Wow. Wow. So this is your yard.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's it.
You have what used to be a retaining wall, a fence that's falling over, this hedge of redwood trees that doesn't belong to you, but you get a good amount of shade.
Yeah, it's shaded most of the day.
Yeah, I like that. This is your pipe you broke?
That was it.
Okay, they put some plywood
Yeah.
in between the fence, but you still have too much weight
Yeah.
up against it.
That's the big thing that we talked about, is just wanting to have some grass
Yeah.
out here.
Even though it's as shady as it is.
Yeah.
Even though the grass may not do well. What else do you guys see yourselves using your space for in your backyard?
It'd be nice to have a place to get together and relax. And
Someplace to socialize,
Yeah.
bring people over.
we talked at one point about looking to see if there's a place to put in a little pond or something. But mostly I think we want a space that we can use, you know, that's not out here like
A
it is
livable
now,
space.
just sitting here.
Spencer and Mindy's backyard is screaming for some help. Between the busted fences and worthless retaining wall, it's just one big dust bowl.
Unless you have any burning desires that you want to give to me, the game starts now. Make some phone calls, get some folks here, because I'll be here about 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what to tell you about your husband taking home strange men, but get some rest, you guys. I'll see you in the morning. I'll let myself out.
These homeowners better be ready, because this crash starts now.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's crew.
Homeboy's got a little crew. Look at that. Do you want to see what we've come up with?
Yeah.
All right, go to the backyard. Let's see what we got, Aaron. Show them what you got, baby. Show them what the new lawn looks like.
No, right here we got a better retaining wall back here going in.
Not a better retaining wall, like a real
wall.
wall.
A real better retaining wall.
In the middle of that wall. Tell them
We're
what we
gonna
got.
have a seat bench right here in the middle of the wall, kind of to sit around and entertain.
It's gonna have a back to it.
But while you're sitting there, over here you're gonna be listening to a nice waterfall.
So Aaron's got you a beautiful water feature going in this back corner here. It's gonna give you some sound. It's gonna give you some rocks. It's gonna give you something that's a little more foresty looking.
And then to cover up your concrete, we're using stone mats. which are beautiful.
We've got a whole new back fence coming in for you guys because that one is basically rotten. We're gonna make it look good, and it's even gonna be kid-friendly, but I can't tell you how until later.
That's correct.
And I've got deliveries coming here, and there's a small tractor that needs to come in here because it's time for demolition.
Let's go demo.
Love it.
Woo, yeah.
Get busy, y'all.
How can you do a whole backyard in 2 days? And I was a little leery of it myself at first, but just the crew, how quick they've gotten in there and just tearing things apart. I mean, our backyard, our fence is already taken down, our retaining wall that took me like 6 hours to move half of it, or not even half of it, is completely gone.
Love it.
Coming up, they're fighting a ton of weeds to try to make some progress in this backyard.
We got half soil, half roots.
Yep.
Plus, Ahmed shows Spencer how some recycled sewage pipes are going to be one of the focal points in the backyard.
This ugly, stinky sewer pipe is gonna become beautiful, white, classic columns.
Spencer signed his backyard over to Ahmed.
I don't know what to tell you about your husband taking home strange men, but
And today, it's getting crashed. They've leveled the yard and tore out everything ugly, so now it's time to start transforming this place. Ahmed's planning to put up a new fence, but things are moving slowly because right now, they're at war with all the roots.
we got half soil, half roots.
Yep.
Now that they've cleared a space, they can start digging post holes for the new fence and pergola.
I'm gonna do this one, you're gonna watch me, you're gonna do the next one.
All right, thanks, man.
It's all you. I only need 2 feet, that's a 4-foot auger.
Jim's ready to start setting the new fence panels and has that covered, so Ahmed gets Spencer moving on his new pergola.
So what we're gonna do is, this ugly, recycled, probably stinky 6-inch sewer pipe is gonna become beautiful, white, classic columns.
Nice.
What I do is I get the classic column bases and caps. We're gonna paint the pipe. We're gonna paint these. Later on, we're gonna install these to where we have a top and a bottom in your backyard, and you're gonna have these beautiful looking columns that are gonna be the bases, the supports for that pergola that's running along the fence and in front of the fence. So I want these to be at 8 feet. So that's where we need to cut. You're a pretty tall guy, so we're gonna start off with 8 feet, because above the column, we're actually gonna start stacking the different dimensions with our lumber to build that pergola. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I can't really hear you. I got the ear plugged in already.
Why don't we just cut?
We did it. Good teamwork.
We've got to get a total of 6 of these done. We'll cut them all, we'll have somebody else paint them. You and I will go back there and start setting our posts. Go for it.
I hear he's a recycling genius, so you know, I commend him on finding the poop pipe. I'm 100% okay with that. I think it's gonna be cool. This crazy vision I have is that it's gonna be like, you know, where a king and a queen sit, and then Landon will come up with his little scepter and say, hey, huh, that could be really weird.
So here's where we're at, man. You guys are already slamming fence panels. Aaron's at least excavated for his walls going in, and I'm setting posts for the columns. And the columns are actually being painted out in front. We're not doing too bad.
Yeah, it's looking good.
So we wanted about 36 inches down, and we're not quite there. That's 2 feet. Let's go a little deeper. 36 is like ideal. If you can get 1/3 of your post into the ground and 2/3 up, it's really nice as far as, you know, being able to support the material.
Okay.
So let's set that post in there.
They need all the posts to line up evenly, so they use a string line as a guide to make sure they sit in a straight line, check for plumb,
That's perfect right there.
and then dry set the posts.
Once we get them all set, we'll activate this by adding some water to it.
Now that those guys have their posts set and are out of the way, Aaron can start working on the seat wall. He's dug a footing, and now he's ready to pour a concrete base.
This string line is how high we need the concrete to come up to. And to set it down right over the rebar and in line with the string there.
Okay.
We want the face of our block in line with that. And as you're doing it, put your level on it. And when the bottom of this level touches that, you're in the right spot as well. Now we're ready to fill the blocks.
Once they have all the blocks set, they fill the cells with concrete.
Start there and I'll tamp it. So what this does is it kind of makes the wall like it's one big giant concrete wall. If you want to keep going with this, just keep filling up the blocks, and as you get to the top, just kind of compact it down and then fill it up some more. I need to go mix some mortar so we can scratch coat the face of this tonight so we can be ready for stucco tomorrow.
Next, they add rebar and top it off with a bond beam.
A bond beam is what bonds everything together, hence bond beam. And the rebar pushed down in there once the concrete dries, just holds everything in place, makes it real strong. And you don't have to worry about the top falling over because it's tying down into the wall.
I've been working my tail off, according to me. I've kind of just been pushed into so many different places to cut or to screw or cement or whatever needs to be done. So I've been doing quite a bit.
And let's call it a night. We'll see you guys 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
I would say we're about 50% done, higher or lower, plus or minus.
There's lots left. They've got to turn a dirt mound into a waterfall, tile the large patio, and build a pergola. Plus, Ahmed dives right into Mindy and Spencer's surprise.
I still feel really good that this is going to be a project that we'll have done tomorrow, no problem.
Mark his words. It's day 2 of this crash next. Doubt Ahmed might be crashing your local store sometime soon. For now, head to the Yard Crashers section of DIYnetwork.com. Ahmed's landscaping videos will help you get your yard looking right. Just a few days ago, Spencer's banter back and forth with Ahmed scored him a yard crash.
I'll meet you in front of the store when we just go home and check out the yard.
It's a good thing, too, because his backyard was just dirt, broken fences, and piles of cinder block. Yesterday, they made good progress, but today, they have to take on even more.
So here's where we're at, guys. It's day 2. We did good on day 1, but today it all has to get completed.
We got to work our butts off to get it done.
I'm really excited for whatever Ahmed has for me today. I'm sure he's going to try to tear me up and tire me out, but I'm ready for it.
It's pretty obvious that Aaron's crunched for time today. He's got to turn this mound of dirt and block into a water feature in just one day. So the first thing they do is start digging the shallow basin.
We need to dig it deep enough to where when the water comes up and recirculates, it doesn't deplenish the sump here. So we probably need to go around 12 inches. And I'm actually going to build up with moss rock in and around and have the liner come up. That way we're not digging, we don't have to dig so far down. Go ahead and just jump up and down on that thing. Try to get that back to go down.
Once the mound is compacted, they start stacking block to create the right shape for first fall, and then start adding the liners.
So next our felt goes down. It's going to help soften any of these rough edges so it doesn't puncture the liner.
It's like making a bed, huh?
Yep. Okay, and then the liner, same thing. So let's go ahead and plop that mortar in right there to hold in our splash rock, first splash rock of the day.
All right.
And the most important thing on splash rocks is you want them level across this way.
Okay. Wow.
And dude, you're pretty darn good. It's level as can be.
Next, they place the boulders on a bed of mortar,
Let's set that puppy right here.
add the pump, and then attach it to a hose that runs to the top of the water feature.
I got this all cut. It's gonna set in here. And then we just cover it with drain rock and we'll be done with it.
Nice.
We'll call it good. So go ahead and let's start filling the puppy up.
Ahmed brought in Dave to help liven up Spencer and Mindy's concrete patio with flagstone tiles. They've cleaned the area, mixed up a batch of thin set, and are ready to get things going.
What we're gonna do is basically take a punch, slap it down. We're gonna start in the corner and work our way out.
Okay.
Right there, perfecto mundo. And then you flip the trowel over to the knot side. Just gonna be bringing it towards you in one direction. Okay, take this. Set them in place such as that.
Oh man, my wife is so awesome. She's totally rocking it out over there.
I'm starting to get a little concerned. I feel like we've been working really hard with all the tile, and then I stood back and looked, and we're only like a fourth of the way done with one patio. So I think we're gonna have to really get everybody working and start moving pretty fast to get it done in time.
Ahmed's plugging away at the pergola. Earlier, he created concrete foundations for the columns, and now they're dry and ready to start building on.
It's time to set some columns. Watch out. Don't let it hit you in the head. Boom, diddy, boom, boom.
Nice.
Boom, boom.
One more done.
Can you do it, Spence?
I'm trying. Got it. Beautiful.
Shoot.
Nice work.
Next, they get ready to sandwich 2x8s to the 4x4 posts at the top of the columns.
Give me a quarter. I'm done.
Make sure they're level, and then add small 2x8s on the ends and in the center.
We've got to cut this post flush to match this.
Okay.
And then we'll put our 2x4s on the top. This guy's done.
Spencer and Ahmed set the standard.
So basically, I'm just straddling that center post.
Yeah.
One on either side of it, and then coming back 2 inches from both front and back.
So Jim and the guys move on to the longer pergola. The patio's setting up and just about ready for grout. So while that sits, Aaron and Mindy face the cinder block wall with a colored stucco. Give it a smooth finish with a wet sponge, and then add tile to the face of the seat and cap it with large pieces of stone.
Come outside, I got something for you guys. So here's what we got. We needed mulch for your yard.
Yeah.
This is basically
rubber mulch.
recycled tires. It does a couple of things. We use it underneath children's playgrounds, but with your project today, we'll be using it for the majority for landscaping.
Wow.
This project right here saved about 333 tires from the local landfills.
Wow.
Yes. All of this mulch has to go to the backyard.
Wow.
Oh, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Heads up.
Heads up.
Nice.
That was a nice soft
Nice
landing.
move. Yeah.
That's your test.
That's what I was hoping. Nice.
Nice.
And Ahmed surprised me. I mean, I think he's like a gymnast or something. Some of those moves he was doing.
That's all the fun I can have for a day.
Still to come, they test the waters
Drum roll.
and attempt to finish this yard before the sun goes down.
Come on, you guys. It's supposed to be a 2-day project.
It's the final reveal next. A few days ago, Spencer was in the right place at the right time.
Ahmed came in and just started giving me this line for about 20 minutes.
You want to get something done, I bring the team and help get it done.
Came back, looked at the house, and here we are.
This day is winding down, but they still have a few more things to do before it's done. They've given the mortar a few hours to set up, so now they just need to lock the tiles in with a dark grout.
Okay, now the grouting, easiest part is put a big blob down on the ground. We're gonna be doing a little bit different today because there's so many variances in the height of grout. We're just gonna use a grout sponge to push everything in, work everything around. Just kind of push it up into every nook and cranny you can find.
Okay. We need to bring in all of the rubber mulch and put the pavers down.
Come on, you guys. It's supposed to be a 2-day project.
And then I'm assuming just some finishing things.
Just go ahead and plug her in the mid.
Okay, now I see.
Now this could be a constant flow, right? I don't ever have to come out here and turn this off, or
Yeah, if you can leave it on constantly.
That's amazing. Right there, boom. Don't move it. Walk away, guys. Walk away. Step away from the split leaf philodendron. Right there, boom. Done. Done deal.
Before, it just looked like junk. It was dirty and there was nothing living back there at all. The fence was all falling over and falling apart. And now it looks amazing. It looks alive. It looks colorful. I love the water feature, and the sound of it is amazing. Adds to some of the ambiance back there. It looks relaxing. It looks bigger than when it started. It's definitely worth it.
Anybody who looks like Ahmed, I'd take him home. Anybody else? Well, let me think about that again, too. I don't know. I'll just have to weigh my options. Safety first, always, right?
When we met, you
him
said
bust
you
a move.
wanted a place to entertain. Okay? You got a little one, you want a place to entertain, and you wanted grass. I'm sorry I failed you. Well, we got some grass-like plants, but there is no grass back here. But what we do have is an awesome pergola, got an outstanding fence, a stunning stone wall, a wonderful water feature, and a precious patio. Okay, that's pretty good.
That was good.
Really good. So, I don't know. You guys want to just stand around some more? Or me and my guys go. Woo! Go! We're out, you guys.
it actually, I think it had words on it that said, "This is the speaker here." And so somebody erased them. You know, he said, "I love you, Spence. You're a good friend. We'll do it all tomorrow. We're like best buds."